minutes market update kind of thing, like looking at coins, what the traders are looking at, what could be interesting.
Isn't that what the what's the name is about? Isn't that what the call is for?
What call? This call?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought it was rather for research and not like TA entries, but
you can do whatever you want, yeah. Stay on, do whatever you want. I'm on the morning call. Hi, brother. Oh, good. Jesus, Ben, this BitBoy article is rough, bro. Armstrong elaborated in the voice call saying that he does take steroid testosterone and Dynabol, but alleged that Williams and Shed have purchased them for him. Armstrong also alleged that his assistant took his Arimidex. Arimidex is an anti-estrogen tablet, so you don't get man boobs. From his home, photographed them at the Hit Network and returned them to Armstrong's medicine cabinet. TJ Williams and TJ have cooked up this plot. I take diet pills called phentamine. Phentamine is an amphetamine. It's fucking Adderall. This is rough shit, bro. This is what he admitted to.
Where did he post this? I think I read this. Was this on the Twitter Spaces last night, like a recap of it?
Yeah, but somebody summarized it. I dropped the summary in. I think I dropped it in the research group. If not, I'll drop it now. I mean, this guy's a wreck, bro. Shame. I feel sorry for him. This guy's a wreck.
Oh, did he speak yesterday? Did he speak out?
Yeah, in some Telegram group.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good scapegoat too for when the SSC does come for him, because he's made an absolute shit ton on Ben as well.
Yeah.
Morning, guys.
No, I mean that.
Morning.
I mean, you'd be crazy to be holding Ben. Like, you'd be crazy. This
I don't think he made any money off Ben at all.
I think he's going to lose. I think he mentioned at the time that he's got investors. I think those investors are also going to lose.
Yeah, and plus he borrowed.
Him and Jared East were working together.
This Flex coin. Can somebody explain to me why Flex coin has any value? Like, why it's not zero?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, I'm thinking of maybe people are just thinking that if this actually overall succeeds, the whole, like, the utility of it is nothing. But if the overall ecosystem of Open Exchange actually succeeds, Flex at an 80% discount could see some price rise over a couple of months. I think that's the only reason.
But what is Flex? Isn't Flex basically worthless now? Does it even have any utility, any use case? Like, isn't it all swapped into
you
Ox?
like months and months and months to convert to OX? But
yeah, so question. What is Flex now? If someone can just answer that question, what is Flex today?
I don't think it has any utility or anything whatsoever.
Dave, can you ask the guys in the group and just to clarify, like, what is Flex? Does it token have any utility? Does it?
Yeah, sure I will. Yeah, obviously that opportunity to bridge for the discount ended on the 27th, and then for 24 hours later it dumped. I'll check with them if there's any such utility left. I don't think so.
Because otherwise we've got to try and find a way to, short it. It's like,
does anyone know what CyberConnect is either?
No.
CyberConnect is that one that was launched through Binance.
It is absolutely ripping.
Yeah, but it's because of those DWF Labs guys. They're messing with it. They've done it 5 times. I said this on the call yesterday.
I'm just watching so I can short it.
Stay away. All right, morning, kids. Who's not here? I'd imagine by now everybody's here.
It looks like it.
Even Miles Deutsche? One base, yeah. Jeez, full house, people. Any good stream. I enjoyed it. I just finished it. Very cool stream.
Thank you. I hope it made sometimes I
How was your morning, Annie, or after? I don't know what time it is there for you. How was your live viewers?
I saw like 1.7. I think I saw like 1.7, but I don't know if that was the peak. Yeah, I'll check for you.
Really good.
Yeah, I'll check for you now. No, it's great. The views are unbelievable.
Lives are really good because it's a nice little feel of what you actually know of your live, what your video is going to get at the end of it. Like your lives play like a big, yeah, just so that you can make 2 tiles and you can pivot at some point. So it's nice to know, like, okay, my lives were okay. That means my immediate views were okay. So maybe we should have a backup tile, and in the next 2 hours, if you do get a slight drop off, you can pivot. So it's just a nice way to use those numbers.
The thumbnails are my biggest struggle at the moment because I'm such a short time frame trader. It's like so different. Like what we were discussing last night before I went to bed was completely irrelevant this morning. So it's difficult.
But then but then just make generics. Make like
I will.
5 generics. Make 5 generics and then just ride the 5 generics.
Yeah,
I will definitely help you with that, Annie. It's definitely, I'm still struggling, still getting it right, but I definitely have learned quite a bit, because let's just see what you went with your target. So basically have another tile that's like,
I think it's great. I think that's
happening now,
great.
or like, you know, maybe just to see where it is just now in the next few hours, maybe something does happen.
I didn't even end up talking about targets. That's why I'm like, it's you know, like I used to just do my videos and I would make my title after I recorded it, you know. So yeah, I'm trying to get into the flow of doing things in advance, but I'll get there. I'll get there.
No, but you need to, because you need to fill the waiting room, because the higher your live views and the better the reaction of your live views, the more the algorithm.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just hard because I only really ever talk about Bitcoin. It's like the same thing every day. It's like up, down, like that's it.
Yeah, that's cool. But we'll definitely help. We'll definitely help and share some of the little tricks we've learned.
Yeah.
But your analysis.
Carl from OpenX said the Flex token has got no utility. So if you can find a place to short the shit out of it, so it's worth nothing. Or can we find out if we can short this thing somewhere? Because it's worth nothing. There is zero utility to it. It's worth 0.
So I'll take a look.
Yeah. People are saying in the chat here, Annie is the bomb, loaded with alpha. That's from Israel Tony. Israel Tony, we see you, bro. We see all of you. We see you. Simon, we see you too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
By the
way, Flex Corps are there on OPNX, Flex Corps.
Well, I just check the funding as well. Someone says, please don't fire the IT guy.
Yeah, the funding, you won't believe what the funding is.
What is the funding? James.
It's minus 50.
Oh,
obviously. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I found the Tramat thing quite funny. The way he was talking about the grayscale thing, not talking about it. He just tweeted about it. He's been so anti-crypto and so everything. He barely even commented on the BlackRock thing on Twitter, and then he commented on the grayscale thing. I have a feeling he was in this grayscale mess and got a little bit tangled up in it.
Wow, what did he say?
He just said, "Let's fucking go," with like 20 exclamation marks and a screenshot of the article.
Once a grifter, forever a grifter.
You know what? I love the fact that we told the community to sell Bitcoin, buy GBTC. They would have doubled their profits on Bitcoin.
Yeah, that was a good call. That was a
double
call.
Yeah, that was a beastly call, hey? Beastly cool. Jeez. That in your Coinbase
it was literally
that in your Coinbase call these years, this year. Jeez, man.
Every now and then I guess well, bro. Every now and then I guess well. Every now and then I have a good guess.
No, it's not. As you said, you're not much of a trader, maybe, but you're a hell of an investor. Hey?
So I try, bro. All right, let's talk about. Okay, first thing is Bubbles is cooking, guys. We're getting a lot of our base number of users is growing very, very well. Like we're in a much higher base now. So keep the momentum, keep pushing it as much as you can. It's on fire. On fire. I mean, we've got a long way to go.
This thing in the bull market is gonna go berserk.
Yeah, but we need to push it. We need to push. So try and get as many people. James, where are we on the influencer campaign? I still haven't seen any influencers make any videos.
Yeah, most of all I can find, which is 10. I've got 2 more people that I got meetings with today. I've emailed marketers first, so people who manage a group of influencers, because they're easier to manage. So I've mailed 10 of them, and I've mailed out 15 people on the influencer platform as well. And then I'm going to get individual influencers today from YouTube. So I'm going to hammer out like, I don't know, 20 a day until we start getting a decent amount of responses.
Okay. If anybody else has got any ideas, like we really need to try and get people to talk about it. The more people talk about it, the more TikTok videos they make, like the better.
Please, yes, send me any contacts, any ideas, anything you've got. I've got a brief ready to go.
Would Web3 marketers with like 50 KOLs in their book not just take this deal and disperse it out to all their KOLs?
I'm surprised that there wasn't a higher...
Wait, guys, can I generate as many referral links as I want? Can I now give you like X? Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so that's Bubbles. Shaldino, well done for jumping on the live, bro. And thanks for killing my show. But well done for jumping on the live.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I asked for permission, but I'm sorry. But it's,
it was
the time to do it. And just
well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Sorry, Ron, just on that influencer campaign for Bubbles, can I speak to Luke from faculty about it?
Yeah. Get me as many people as you can. Yeah, get me as many people as you can. They can get between 50 and 75 cents per download, per app download. Providing the app download actually uses the product. In other words, it's not just a dead app download.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's talk about news.
Grayscale, obviously, main one.
Yeah, I think it's been done to death. I think literally every fucking person has done Grayscale. Elio's done it, George has done it, we've done it, I haven't done it. But basically, everyone's done Grayscale. It's like I really think that there's no real like advantage of talking about it. Even like we'll talk about it for 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
But it was obviously interesting yesterday. You said it wasn't the biggest news, but it was a good start. So I think, again, it's just a lot of people, I think, want to FOMO in from this. And I think we just got to be aware that until we're above those levels, like we're not super healthy yet. So I think it is an important thing just to mention. It's good news, got the market a little bit excited, but we haven't like reversed that whole dump yet. We haven't like gotten into I don't know what I didn't see the stream, Annie. I'll have a look there on your thoughts if this is a trap or the actual real move to the upside. I will watch your stream after this. I just know your thoughts, just chart wise.
Yeah, I don't think it's a trap at this point in time.
Oh, you think it's real, though?
Yeah, I think we'll have a little bit of a trend. Maybe not a long-term trend, but a short-term one.
Yeah, for me, 28, 29 is the important one too. I think there's a whole sell wall there, and I think that's the next squeeze zone.
I'm
hoping there's another
catalyst or something. We can't break through this. Like what?
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know what.
We need like 2-3 catalysts after each other to get it through. Like we need.
Yeah, it's good that the pull away is slow. Like if we had that pump and we had an immediate recovery, that would be a problem. But we don't. We have a slow retracement, and that's perfect.
Yeah, nice little bull flag there. Or nice little.
We still haven't closed below we're still just below the 200-week moving average. Right? We're just below. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing for this week. Is to end of the week.
So we need to close.
I'm just interested to see if there's a delay on Friday, which you say is definitely going to happen. Just how the market reacts to that. I think that's the sort of break point. There has to be a delay on Friday.
There has to be a delay on Friday.
Yeah, I just want to see how the market reacts to that.
Yeah.
What about the Twitter news that they got licensed to store?
I was just going to say.
So listen, guys, it's just one license. It's just one license, and I think the license is in Rhode Island. And they have many of these licenses already. This is like the 10th license that they've got.
Yep, this is the first one though that includes crypto integration.
No. The one from Texas was also crypto. Wasn't
it a yes, you are right. There was something because I've been hearing when someone put it in the group, I said, oh, we've seen this news 50,000 times. But there was some difference between the one in Texas and the one in this. I'll look into it. But yeah, it's not as big as we all think. But it's something. It's clear what Elon wants to do.
Yeah, sure, 100%. I mean, it's 100%.
The thing I like about this move from the GCG thing or the Grayscale thing is that we didn't actually give up all the gains in the day, and the rally was actually slightly spot driven. Saw multiple things on that. I just don't think it's going to send us to new local highs or anything. I think it'll be pretty positive and send it a little bit higher. But if we start kind of closing back below 26 isn't 26.5-ish. Yeah, that's not too good. But we're okay for now.
Yeah, we got a little bull flag on the hour, and it looks like it wants to pop through that now. So again, I still think we go to 28.5. But that's
I mean, like honestly, anything under 32. Anything under 32.
Yeah, that's true. That's the bear market zone.
I mean, it's just the exact same thing. Like, I'll be looking for something between like 29 to like 31, maybe 31.5, which is where all the major EMAs are at on the weekly. So, I mean, we can just retest that, and then just scoot the whole way back down. So until we're above that and closing, then like
I'm actually quite interested with Annie. If you see, because what I saw, what I've noticed there is we obviously used to have that huge wall around 31, 32. But for me, the way it seems is that wall's actually moved down to that 29 now. So why I'm saying it's important, because 29 is the more important level to get through, because I feel we get through that. I feel that 32 is, that wall's not as strong. And I'm quite interested on Annie, if you, I saw the data you've been using, if there has been any shift there, or is that 32 level still like a lot of selling pressure? Like there's still a lot of orders there.
Yeah, no, it's all gone. And what that usually means, yeah, when it's gone, it means that like there is an interest to short this right now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I think
that's a big shift. That's good.
To get through it. Yeah, it is a huge shift.
It is a big shift. Okay, cool.
So basically that wall just comes down to the 29 region. So we'll face a similar prospect
move down
at 29.
They try to claim a level. So 29 is harder to get through now than 32. And I think that's a progress. Yeah. That's a bigger, that's the next squeeze level. We just need another catalyst. We need something to add
I just don't know what catalyst could come. I just don't know what catalyst could come. Like the ETF's not going to be approved you can't decline Cathy Wood's one and say that the public have got 90 days for comments and then approve the grayscale one.
I also saw something. They're now last in line, right, Run? If they apply today, they're last in. They become last in line.
They come last line, but chances are that the SEC will just approve everyone together to make it fair. So just like they lump everything together.
That day will be great.
That's a hell of a catalyst.
That's a big day.
That's a big day.
That'll be probably in Q1 of 24, just before the halving. So yeah.
That's what everyone expects.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
that's exactly it, bro. It's what everyone expects.
The market will never give you what everyone expects. The market will never give you what everyone expects. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like this whole rally takes shape when there's a little bit more clarity on regulation. Honestly, like the guy that I spoke to that's been in the game for like 20 plus years on the stock trading floor and run multiple firms and whatnot, that he said the same thing. Like they're anticipating China retail to come in, which should give things a little bit of a bump. But most of the opinion in his world anyway is that the markets won't really kick off until there's some clarity around regulations. So
yeah. Oh, guys,
so why do we think Bitcoin Cash was one of the biggest bounces? Like it was literally the biggest. Just because.
I don't really know. Just saw it performed well. I presume there was a few just dormant shorts sitting there shorting this thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, like why does Stellar do so well when XRP does so well?
I mean, Sheldon, I think the anybody who's waiting for like an ETF approval to be confirmed or for regulation to be confirmed will stay on the sidelines pretty much forever, because that's not how market works.
I couldn't agree with you more. I was going to say.
Anybody who tries to time it, saying that this is the month or we want full clarity, there will forever be chasers. They will become the top of the next cycle. They will be the ones who will be buying our bags, because if you believe that you can invest crypto without any risks, then you're not going to get any of the gains as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really how smart traders work anyway. They accumulate in DCA, so like it's not, they're not waiting for this holy grail moment. Like you still add to your positions. It's just you don't go all in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that the risk is proportional to the reward that you're going to get. I mean, because of so much uncertainty, people, I mean, imagine what was the uncertainty at 16K, right? We were prepared to go to 10K. So it's just like anybody who's waiting to time this like ETF approval thing, or even time the regulation side of things, will just end up missing out, in my opinion.
Exactly. It's going to come in. It's going to come in. The regulatory clarity is going to come in the craziest ways, through rulings, judgments. It's not going to be like one day we're going to wake up and the regulators are going to say, okay, this is what crypto is. It's a process going to take years.
Yeah,
fundamentally a good time to segment back to that be in the market segment that you always do. It's the right, I think definitely the right time. Yeah.
Okay.
I was checking bubbles this morning. Is there any reason why it's quite slow? Like, I don't know why it's like really taking long to load. Is there any update on that, Josh?
Is it Sheldon? Is it your app? Is it your app or is it your?
That's my app.
Yeah, Josh. I've got the same problem. Are you just seeing a white
it's
screen?
like staying white. Yeah, it just stays
I've
white
had the same problem. I've had the same problem. Josh, when you boot it up, you just get a white screen. I've had the same problem, and you have to reboot.
It's been like 20 seconds now, and it's still that I
you have to reboot.
Out,
you have to close and open.
You might have to reboot.
Okay, I'll try recreate it and get it fixed. I don't see the issue.
Mine is cache as well.
Anything to go by.
All right, let's go. What else, guys? What else in terms of content? I mean, we know the Grayscale story. Thanks. We've covered it.
Before content, does anyone know why the TradingView watch lists are missing this morning? A lot of people just gone.
Yeah, it's not working. It's on an update. It's on an update right now. Yeah, it's not working for anyone.
Mine's working.
I think maybe it's the location then.
Mine's working too.
Occasionally, like you have to clear your cache and stuff pretty regularly when you're doing crypto stuff because it's just constantly updating and consuming data. So
I just hope mine works for the show.
Okay.
Robinhood
what else is it?
Robinhood and Jump ended their partnership. People think it's because Jump are trying to distance themselves from crypto a little bit, which they've actually openly said about a month ago. Obviously,
what was their partnership?
Jump are just custodying the assets of Robinhood, or some of them.
Who's going to custodian now for Robinhood? Not that
they don't know. Don't know.
Where did Robinhood have such a big Bitcoin wallet? Huh?
Yeah, but it's on their financials. Like that's just how much Bitcoin they have from all of their users.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is massive.
I think another update which I saw from the L2 space is that by the way, Polygon token pumped by like 10% after the news came out. Is that so now Polygon is moving from the SuperNet concept to a CDK concept, which is a chain development kit, which is like a new way of saying SDK. So they're coming out with their own new form of SDK. So basically, how I would represent it, Bran, if you're putting it on the show, is it's a big dig on Cosmos, because they're essentially going for the same approach of which Cosmos has been trying to implement for years, and these people are quick to market, and it's exactly what OP-Stack is. It's exactly what the other stacks want to do as well. Is they're going for that Cosmos model because that's the end game of crypto. Everybody's an app chain. They're their own sovereign states. So that is the update I saw from Polygon. So my take would be is that to say that okay, this is the time is ticking for Cosmos. Cosmos needs to now start focusing on kind of compete with these L2s which are going really quick and grabbing the
I don't
market.
think so. I think Polygon is a jack of all trades and master of none. I mean, like, I don't think they're going to win the ZK game. Like, I think they, I think Polygon.
It's not just Polygon, Ran. It's all of the L2s competing for the same market. So we don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, but Cosmos is not competing for the L2 market.
No, that's not the point, right? The point here is that all these rollups or app chains on these different L2s based on the stacks, they're all working towards being app chains. Like they have their own kind of value accrual mechanism on their own token. That's the whole end game of crypto, is being more app chain than monolithic. So that is where Cosmos is in trouble now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What else, guys? What else in terms of content?
The sparks
We
to call
saw-
Gary Gensler are back out in action. So U.S. Senator Davidson has called for Gary to be fired again. So that will probably start circling around. That circled around a fair bit when that was news last time.
I mean,
I
again,
saw
there's not a new
something
story.
about like a small segment about Phantom. I don't know if Miles knows anything, but basically, like the volumes have increased like by 1,000% over the last 7 days, and like the fees of all of these platforms like Spooky Swat have jumped massively. Like I think they like the last 24 hours is 180% increase in fees. I don't know if Miles saw anything, or maybe if we ask Harry.
I don't know why. What I did see was a few new games deploying there. I think they're doing lots of like GameFi and NFT grants. That's what I saw. I don't know the reason behind Spooky's pump though. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's interlinked. I'll need to look into it.
Phantom will be a nice network if they start integrating gaming for sure.
Oh yeah, I see their spike in fees.
Ryan, did you listen to Andre Cronje's what was it, like Block Bytes interview, like 2 weeks ago?
No.
Or was it the block? Like it was very interesting. He basically talked through like the multi-chain hack and like how they were basically betrayed by them, and I don't know his vision for the future of the network. It was quite interesting. It's worth.
Yeah, that was a good one. He was also talking about using OP Stack. Yeah.
Question is whether he can bounce back again. He's bounced back many times before. Question is, does he have another bounce back in him?
It's very hard to keep a good man down, Ram.
Yep.
I don't know. Knock him down enough times, bro.
I don't know. He's a pretty resilient character. I reckon he'll just keep. Him being more anonymous this time around has definitely helped. He seems like quite a autonomous type of person. As soon as he went into the spotlight with time, it just all went to shit. So.
You mean solid?
Okay, so there's the Nick Carter story around the US dollar. I don't know if anybody listens to that. Someone dropped it in the group.
I shared it in the group. So I listened to that pod, and he was digging on Tether. He was saying Tether would die in the next 3 years, just because how they're running the business and things like that. And he kind of went on a rant on all the stable coins and how he was also bragging about him coming up with the stablecoin white paper in 2020 and how some of the stuff he talked about in the white paper have turned out to be true over the last 3 years. Yeah, he kind of there's some great stuff he put out on his white paper that actually turned out to be true. At the same time, he was also bragging about it, which is not a good. I didn't like it.
Well, Binance is discontinuing BUSD next year as well, so the stablecoin scenario or landscape is going to get quite interesting.
But BUSD is pretty much dead anyway. You can only redeem. It's pretty much discontinued already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
that's if Tether goes, well, it's hard to see Tether going, but
it's not hard to see Tether going. They probably have the dirtiest shirt in the closet.
So then, where's it all go to USDC and DAI and whoever comes up with a new?
If they want to kill crypto, they just have to kill USDT, and then that's the end. I mean, that's for a long time. That's the end of crypto. For a long time. I mean, crypto will recover, but
yeah, that's like throwing a nuclear bomb. Yeah.
I mean, just maybe a dumb question, but like, if the spot ETF goes through, does like Bitcoin come under that investor protection thing for the US retail?
What is the US protection thing?
No, the investor protection, like like how the SEC, their whole job is investor protection, like to protect the retail users. But does Bitcoin come under that umbrella once the Bitcoin spot ETF goes through, when it goes through?
I think that depends on how you're buying it. For the ETF, it should be, but not if you're buying on chain, I believe, because there will be no centralized party to record that.
Interesting.
So that's that's a good question though, debatable, but yeah.
How do you buy it on chain? Like,
You cannot, right? You cannot. So you can only do it if, let's say Ledger, for example, they came up, I think 2 months back, they said they'll be, giving the chance to back up your wallets. So that's the way they can give it to the US government or the regulators, no other way, literally.
Yeah, I think we'll have to see some updates come through on that.
Yeah. I was seeing one thing. So this is quite new right now, and it will be a big news in a couple of weeks. But US regulatory bodies, so mainly FDIC, has said all the US large banks to raise 70 billion in this high interest rate environment so that they can mitigate the risk of a recession if it comes in 2024. So they, behind the curtains, the big banks are already preparing for a recession in 2024, and now they have to borrow 70 billion each in this high interest rate environment. So not a big news right now, Rand, but something is cooking over there as well. Like they're trying to prepare for something.
Yep. What banks? Do they know?
Not a list right now. They have just, said that we'll be putting out a list and everything. There are literally like 2 or 3 blocks. That's it. But we can jump into this, yeah. And also, coming back to the grayscale topic, Ran, I think, yes, it is true that everyone has talked about it, but people do want to hear your thoughts on it, I
did a show
really
yesterday with
important.
Sheldon. I did a show yesterday with Sheldon.
Okay. Yeah, the live one, okay. Okay, makes sense.
And then, yeah, we've covered it. Everyone's covered it. It's dead. It's a dead story. We can mention it for literally 1 minute. And then we need to move on.
Yep, I think then BUSD is not a big one as well, right, Meta? I believe it's
No, it's not.
What's BUSD? What is the story?
No, just that they're getting rid of it.
Well, that's like, isn't that story like 3-4 months old already?
Yep. Robit basically nearly hit all-time highs again yesterday. They're listing all these Unibots and stuff now. They're listed Rune, they listed Unibot, they listed Bitcoin. They're just listing that.
Did you see Unibot? Unibot yesterday had some new all-time highs across the board for Unibot. Bot rev versus tax rev, $9 million in trading volume, 50 ETH in bot trading fees alone.
Yep, it's now 165 again. Jesus, this thing is so volatile.
So volatile, yeah, crazy.
Joe, not to mistaken the Bitcoin listing to the actual Bitcoin listing. it's a shit. Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
The actual or the fake Bitcoin is actually up a lot again. I just think we should as if you're in this market, you should only be focusing on the things that are like hyped right now, and they're the very few low market cap tokens that these DWF labs are messing around with. Unibot, Rollbit, Bitcoin, like there's a very select few that you should be focusing your attention on, while the rest of the market is sort of dead or dying. If you want volatility, go there because that's where everyone else is going.
They seem to be like the Alameda of the cycle, all the stuff they're doing, all the shitcoinery they're doing.
Yeah, but
I'd keep an eye on any new listings that OpenX do. Those are obviously the 3 that they listed. They've got a good eye for those types.
Sorry, what happened with the one that you said that OpenX were going to list? Ori?
Was it a token that OpenX were going to list and then they listed and they wanted to see what happened? Okay.
No, they're monitoring using the bots. They're monitoring some wallets that they believe is what OpenX is going to be listing.
Oh
no, that token I don't think did anything. I don't think they listed it either. But I'm also seeing quite an uptick.
And then what's the story? Yeah, okay. What's the story with that deal from Dejan, whatever his name is?
Yeah, that looked excellent. It was they basically created these sort of casino-like games inside of Telegram. I've never seen anything quite like it. You basically play
but they
games.
say for that one they didn't want investment, right?
No, they do.
Okay, so let's do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. That is excellent.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm seeing a big uptick in NFTs. I don't know what's going on there.
Can you not give me? I need a big uptick in Blur to get my money back.
I'm seeing, I don't know about Blur, but OpenSea for the last 2 days.
Blur going to zero. Terrible.
Been really high.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, there's been there's been a uptick in the volume across all chains, I think over the last 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know if we have hit the bottom on the NFTs. I don't know the NFTs, but yeah, you're right. Especially Solana and Immutable X, they've been seeing huge volume uptick.
I don't give a shit about NFTs. I just care that Blur goes back to my buying price, which is about triple where
what was your buying price?
30 cents.
Man, you need to give a shit about NFTs. We need the NFTs to go up.
NFTs bring millions of people into crypto, and that's the only positive there. But now we need the whole impact.
How many of those people actually make money and stay in as a result?
So that's like a gateway, right? It's a gateway for people to get introduced to crypto. And then now once you get into crypto and you educate yourself, give yourself 6 months to learn stuff, then now you kind of find your way. That's how I got in. Like I got in through Bitcoin. Somebody got in through
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
That's like saying how many people make money off a Rolex? Not many. Lots of them just own them.
Rolex has a use case. The use case is that you can flaunt your wealth and hand it down.
With a Bored Ape, you can't flaunt your wealth.
All right, let me ask you a question. What would you rather have, a Rolex or a Bored Ape?
I would. That's fine.
Now I'm saying Bored Ape.
There's no way I agree. I'd rather I'd take a Rolex.
Come on, guys. Come on. Please don't tell me you drank that. Please don't tell me you drank that Kool-Aid. That fancy JPEG pictures in limited editions are like a Rolex.
It speaks to a different class of human. I agree, but it's still out there. It's still in that category. It's still in that.
Josh, tomorrow don't send. Josh, tomorrow don't send. Get an invite for the call, please. Tomorrow no invite for me. Yeah. He's too much like a retail investor.
There is validity to the logic that one day as we move into the digital realm, people will like opt, maybe not like solely opt, but somewhat opt to like flex on chain. Like if crypto does take off like we think it will, then it'll be like one of the like most optimal ways to like signal wealth. I think like the top collections can establish themselves in that niche. Just like Rolex and Patek and AP are like the top watches. You'll have like 3 or 4 NFTs which like fill that void digitally. And I don't know if that's a Bored Ape, but it'll be something. So I'm bullish on that as like a trend.
Are you buying? Miles, are you buying? Or are you not buying?
No, I just don't. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's a
I wanted to
it
say.
might be a pump.
I also wanted to say, Ran, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not buying. In fact, I don't own any NFTs. I own one, but it's just
When is your birthday? Good. When is your birthday?
No, please, Ran, don't. I'm asking. It was. You missed it.
When is it? I need to know for next year. So I need to know
22nd of July. We may be in aftermarket bull rally. If so, buy me an NFT.
No. But do you want a Rolex or do you want the NFT?
No, really, bro. No, really.
Exactly. Okay. So your head is still screwed on your shoulders.
No, I said that from the. No, I agree with you that it's more. It's more of an attractive asset. That I agree with you on. But I'm just saying there is a class of people that see it as a luxury item.
I still think you can make money on NFTs. Run. I do think
when you hand down a watch to your son.
Agreed.
When you give your son a profile picture of an ape, he will laugh in your face and say, "What the fuck?" If you die one day, and in your will you leave your son a Rolex, your son will say, he'll have some respect for his dad. If you leave in your will, if you leave your son pictures of Bored Apes And what is those dogs called? What is it? What's the kennel? What's it called? Kennel Club. What is that? The dogs?
Or penguins.
Oh, jeez.
Or a picture of a punk, or a picture of a punk that's pixelated. If you leave that to your son will think my father was such a fucking loser.
Not if it's worth 200 ETH.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
it depends. Bang the ETH. I agree with you.
It's all a function. It's all a function. It's all a function of how much you want your son to respect you when you're gone.
Okay, right. Let's take a bet.
Okay, what are we betting?
Now, we bet a Bored Ape. What's gonna go up more, a Rolex or a Bored Ape? What's gonna make
Rolex? No, I can't play a 1 year.
More money.
Let's play a 10-year time.
Yeah, how long?
10 years.
Oh, jeez. I see. Now that's tough.
Pick a Rolex model not in production though, because Bored Apes aren't in production. So pick one of the older, like non-production, like Daytonas or something as your reference.
Miles
Make an index of like 10 different watches.
Miles getting technical. Miles is getting technical.
Look, if you're gonna do it proproperly, you know.
That's
I don't want in 10
Miles'
years you to
point
come
is
back
valid.
and say, come back
You're
and say,
right,
oh,
Miles.
you picked a date just. They make them every year. Like pick an index of nice limited watches and make an average percentage return. And you need to define where you want to track it. Like,
let's do that
as well.
Let's do that. Let's take the average appreciation of a basket of watches and the average appreciation of Bored Apes. Yeah, see, Carl's got.
And what's on the
Sheldon, you were
the chart
interviewing
of
someone.
NFTs.
You were interviewing someone on your show the other day, Sheldon, who had like a
The watch.
chart of the.
Yeah, he did the watch. He's charting the watch.
Yeah.
In January 2025, Rolex's production is going to double again, so you'll be able to get it in first-hand retail stores again. So the appreciation is going to slow the fuck down.
Really?
Also, how can you compare like a big,
you haven't been able to
brand which has
buy
been
Rolex
here for decades versus like a Bored Ape which has been here for like few years? Like we can't even compare both these brands. The network effects are like unparalleled. So it's like a
benchmark.
10-year view, guys.
For me,
it's a 10-year view.
Yeah, I know, but for me, it's like the money I'm going to pay for Rolex now, I put in Bored Ape. In 2 years' time, I go buy 3 Rolexes. Like, that's the way I think. What's going to... How do we make this Rolex?
Put the money into Bored Apes now.
By that logic.
Put the money into Bored Apes now.
No, but that's what I like about Bored Ape, because I'm technically still holding ETH. Like, there's an ETH value to that. So even if it just stays the normal ETH, but ETH goes up, like I might get a double whammy here. If it goes up in ETH and ETH price goes up, there's a double.
Sheldon, buy the watch.
It's like buying Grayscale, bro.
Buy the watch.
I want to buy the car, run.
Buy the watch, because if you buy the Bored Ape, the only way you're gonna be able to, in 2 years' time, the only way you're gonna be able to tell the time is by looking at your phone.
Jeez, I tell you, we bought enough Rolexes last year.
Yeah, we gave them all away though. Yeah. All right, guys. I think there's no more water left in this lemon. So yeah, let's chat in about an hour. I think so. Let's see what happens in the markets. Maybe the news guards will bless us before the show, not after the show, like yesterday.
Well, we have a little bit to make protections on, so it's okay.
All right. God bless everyone.
See you later.
See you, buddy.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye, everyone.